First off, I would like to thank you for letting me be the liaison to the good Lord and this act of holy matrimony. Thank you for that. Can't think of a better venue on the side of the park of the upper for an occasion that I know not only to be monumental for the wedded couple to be, you guys, but for the five of us that were lucky enough to make the guest list, six, including the photographer. Best thing you can ask for is to meet a person that makes you feel complete, makes you feel the world is a beautiful place. A person with whom shares a bond so special, transcends normal relationships and becomes something so pure, so wonderful. You can imagine spending another day in your life without her. But Dan, that was about 7 or 8 years ago when we became friends. And the cool part about that is he allowed me to start hanging out with him to rival Tom Course status as the best friend. That's right. And look at me now.
And the other time.
But about 3 or 4 years ago, he met you, who is also pretty wonderful. It's clear that you guys make each other beyond happy, which is why I agreed to represent you in the eyes of Yahweh, which is another word for God, which you guys will probably also know. As you came from a line of ministers like me. As a third-party spectator to your developing love, it was obvious that the two of you represent a perfect parent because each of you complements the other so well to balance out one another. And while both of you are incredible individuals on your own, together you are incredible huge. Being better together as a team unit and partners in crime is what has been many years in the making, ultimately leads us here today, witnessing their commitment to one another in front of one another. From the jump, I could see Dan was happier when he started talking him out. I remember the first time a package came to see him while I was from me. Containing new underwear.
Yeah.
You could call it love at first heights.
I almost wrote that in my Bible about you having a vibe.
And it's mostly gotten better from there. Sure, maybe you turned Dan into a Beatles fan, but I'll continue to find it in my heart to forgive you every day for that, as long as you keep making him happy. Enough about me. This is good stuff. Stuff you came here for.
Yes.
Getting married, right? Now you have to forgive me. These ones I don't want to take the liberty to write the holy stuff.
Yeah.
Dearly beloved and honored guests, we are gathered here today to join Dan and Molly in the union of marriage. The contract is not to be entered into lightly, but taken seriously. A deep realization of its obligations and responsibilities. The groom and bride have prepared each other's vows. And now, you guys got to do the vows. All right.
Wait, can I have my note in my baggie? You can bring it over here. Actually, that one's around one. It's this one.
Don't back away from me. Alright. Dan. Holy moly, we made it. You've told me this from the very beginning. Even at the times where I was down in the dumps and felt like the cards were completely stacked against us, you somehow knew we'd end up right here, exactly where we needed to be. This is everything I've ever dreamed of. You're everything that I've ever dreamed of. As I was trying to find ideas for my vows, I of course looked at Pinterest. Insert basic white girl joke here. But so many of them started off with love is patient and love is kind. But to be honest, patient isn't exactly the word I would use to describe me when it's 6 o'clock and you haven't left work yet. And kind is not the word I would use to describe either of us when we're hungry. Our love is dependable, our love is calming, our love is hardworking, and our love is true. So, instead of the pre-written ones, I found it in my brain and wrote some of my best. I promise to love all of these kids as if they were my own, and to love and take care of our unborn child with you with you as my equal. I promise to love you without condition and to support you in your interests in the fullest extent. Except if it's buying wrestling figures, because I won't support that. They're baby toys. I promise to always be excited to see you at the end of each day, even if you're late. I promise to always remind you how much I love you and appreciate you. I promise to always be your sounding board and your calm when it feels like the rest of the world is crazy. And lastly, I promise to always be your youth crew loving, barbecue eating, dessert baking, anxious cleaning, and most of all, faithful and loving wife until the end of time. I love you.
Why is that wrong? Molly, looks like the day has finally come. I had envisioned this for a long time. Fills my heart knowing it's finally here. I promise to be your one and only. I promise to love you until I can't love you more. I promise to never lose sight of what brought us here. I promise to be better with house chores. And promise to try to work this. But above all else, I promise on this day to be the best husband I can be that you deserve. You're an amazing woman, and I'll make this marriage just as amazing.
Now, Dan, do you take Molly to be your wife? Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, protect her, and seek all others, and holding on to her?
I do.
Dan, to be your husband, you promise to love, honor, cherish, protect him, forsaking all others, holding on to him forevermore, even once he is like 50, 60.
That's in a couple of years, but I do.
I want to make sure.
Wait, guess who the ring is?
Yep. Dan and Molly will now exchange rings. A symbol of the everlasting love. Alright. Now Dan, place the ring on Molly's left hand. Repeat after me. Sign of my love.
Sign of my love.
That I have chosen you.
That I've chosen you.
Above all else.
Above all else.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I be wed.
I be wed.
Molly, you can place the ring on Dan's left hand. Going from there. I'm going to read that finger and stuff.
No, not here.
Repeat after me. It's a sign of my love
As a sign of my love,
that I have chosen you
that I have chosen you
above all else.
above all else.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I be wed.
I be wed.
And now, power vested in me by Jehovah and the state of New York. It is my honor and delight to declare you married. Go forth and be to the faith to the fullest. You can kiss now.